Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Dead Cells normal runs. Just give me a normal run here. I would like to re-roll my seed for absolutely no reason. I'm still not on the alpha version anymore, and really that's just laziness. I could have updated to the alpha version while we just do a warm-up Dead Cells run for the day here, but I haven't done it, and the only reason why I haven't really done it, oh my god, is that it's like a 2 gigabyte update? It's a lot. It seems like way more than it actually should be, and it'll crash my internet if I try that. But what I should do, or rather, I kind of want to, because I really like the scissors. But hey, you know what? Here's a death scythe, which is extremely fun, and we can get all of those ghosts running around and killing things. Otherwise, what do we have? A flawless plus a pyrotechnic. Is that what it's called? Pyrotechnics? The fireballs? Pretty decent. Root grenade. The flaming torch, which I also, firebrand, almost forgot the name of that. Actually pretty good. The firebrand, you can just light enemies on fire, run away, and they'll probably die as long as they're not super tanky. Torch and wolf trap and deck of cards is really interesting, but I much prefer that with like the legendary deck of cards. And then of course, Nerves of Steel is amazingly overpowered, but the Death Scythe is really what I'm interested in here. I think Death Scythe can be a lot of fun on a run. And we don't even have to use Death Scythe because we can utilize the bow as much as we need to here. I mean, like, just look at that. Oh, hello. I thought for some reason, like, an enemy had dropped that when I fell down here. This is not the case. But Death Scythe is just so much fun. I love watching the ghosts run around and kill things, although they don't really run, they're more just like fly, but Alucard's Rapier. Why is that survival? Oh, you know why? I just realized it's because it has a combo with the shield. So it having a synergy there is just, sounds like the game is really loud today. So it having a synergy with the shield makes a lot of sense because you can get them both at the same time, and when you get the legendaries synergize with one another by giving you the item. Dude, I don't know why it sounds incredibly loud today, but let's crank down that volume by 2.5%. Now it seems a little quiet, but it's at least like bearable in my ears. Ask anyone who records or streams and they'll say they have to be louder in the mix. At least they damn well better should. But I feel like I was yelling there a little bit. Now I can talk at a little bit more standard volume, I think. Yeah, go get him. I just love watching the ghosts like charge up and go flying at the enemy. Although I will admit that the scythe doesn't really do that much damage at against bosses. Man, even something like the oh good. There go all of my Jesus, there go all of my my ghosts just directly into the shield. But even something like the Tombstone. I don't know why I couldn't remember the actual name of the item there. The Tombstone is actually a pretty decent weapon for bosses. It does a relatively good amount of damage, so I would even have that as a boss killer over the Death Scythe. What would be really cool is if maybe you hit an enemy multiple times with the Death Scythe, you would get just like a little soul that comes out and does damage regardless. I am of course thinking of the Ferryman's Lantern. Oh my god, again. You know, because with the Ferryman's Lantern, if you don't have, hold on, let me pick this up. with the Ferryman's Lantern, if you are fighting a boss, you still get to steal their souls, which allow you to get the ranged power shot. So something similar to that would be a lot of fun with the Death Scythe, where you just get like a little lost soul or something that comes out and hits enemies. And you, where are we and where are we going today? We can go pretty much anywhere we would like, but I gotta be honest with you. I love the idea of going to the Fractured Shrine and getting some like sick legendary gear. I've been having a lot of fun lately with the legendary gear. We've had a lot of cool runs with like machete pistol just giving us, you know, a literal gun. Trying to think what we had recently. It wasn't legendary, but recently I have been using the Yumi bow, aka Yeet bow, to have a lot of fun just yeeting bosses, especially those servants. Trying to think what else we had recently anyways. We've had a quad damage, shield piercing, symmetrical lance. I had a legendary curse sword. Rip. I think out of all of those though, my favorite was just the gun. Huge lock in the animation before you can dodge roll, but it's a fun weapon to utilize. I'm not a big fan of this floor, but I figure, hey, you know what? I feel like it's been a little while since we have been down here to fight death. I feel like maybe we actually have fought death recently-ish, but you know, we'll fight death again. We gotta practice death because eventually, when the next Dead Cells update does actually land, we're gonna have to fight death in the boss rush mode. I've been not doing a lot of boss rush lately, but I mean, can you blame me? I kinda hate it. This is literally the same amulet, they're just in an opposite order from one another. As much fun as I have with the boss rush mode, it is just hard. It's hard because I have a tendency to not actually be able to get the flawlesses. I have a tendency to just get hit. It's kind of the point, you know, you gotta practice so that you don't get hit, but where are we going? Beautiful. Hello! Who needs to have accessibility modes on? You know what? I hate to say it, but like even now, we've got like 5 scrolls in survival, and I'm like, just give me the just give me the bow. I mean, it's two-shotting these enemies, which means that it's faster than the scythe. It just goes to show you the power of this freaking bow. It's the reason why it's one of my favorite items in the whole game. All right, we finally have something to replace these knives with. I don't actually hate boss rush, by the way. I just hate that it's hard. Dude, I just love watching them fly around and then just like circle the enemy because they miss. I love these ghosts. Yeah, I don't actually hate boss rush, it's just hard. And I have a tendency to screw it up right at the end. What the heck? What a jump. Maybe now that scythe will be able to kill these enemies a little bit faster. Yeah, we're 5 more scrolls in survival than tactics, and yet the tactics bow still does more damage than the death scythe. Not that much more, but Wait a minute. Launches a grenade. I think if you get a kill with the grenade, you still get the ghost. That's very interesting. Honestly, I would not have expected that, and you wanna know the reason why? Because, you know, we recently had the problem of having to kill Dracula using a specific weapon, the vampire killer, and when I was doing that, it wouldn't give me credit if I got the kill with like an arrow, but getting a kill with the grenade gives you credit for the weapon kill? Seems a little absurd, game. Okay, a much better Death Scythe gives us healing, but we take double damage. I don't like that, but we can re-roll it later. So we'll probably take it and re-roll it later. I do like the ice bow though. Freezing enemies. The Nerves of Steel is going to very quickly get outclassed by the Death Scythe. In fact, this one does already do more damage. Just don't take damage. I mean, we've been very good about not taking damage so far. So you know what, give me Ice Bow, and go ahead and give me a better Death Scythe, even though we take double damage, we'll just, you know, live and learn. We have a shield in our backpack. Ooh, there's the tombstone. 1,700 damage. Yeah, it's like 50% more damage than the scythe for something that is roughly equivalent. I say roughly, and I mean roughly. Thank you. You know, you get sorry, I zoned off for a second there. Waiting for the coffee to hit the bloodstream, okay? Man, I really did just zone off for there for a second. I mean, I was just in the moment. I was like, man, I got spikes underneath me, bats coming at me. I gotta worry about the freaking bones from the enemies. That's how you know I am like invested in the game. Sometimes I do just zone out, but like not to that extent, man. You get a similar thing out of the tombstone that you get out of the Death Scythe, which is crowd control. So the fact that it just does more damage, by default, I'm not gonna say makes it an immediately better weapon. Makes it different though. Hold on, I want the money. Some of the other days, whoa! I don't know why I jumped back directly into his spear. Some of the other days said that they really don't like one of the biomes in the game because it's really just a lot of walking. It was like the ossuary, right? Oh, I don't like going down to the ossuary because it's just a lot of walking and your malaise meter just constantly ticks up. Very fair point. I feel something similar maybe about this floor. I feel like this floor has a lot of walking. So that malaise, whenever I come down here, the malaise starts to tick up, unfortunately. I think it's just something we gotta live with. Da, da, da. Disposable, welcome, how you doing today? Da, 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 da. Good Thursday to you fine folks. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy completely normal and totally generic Thursday. Ooh, careful of the spikes. Oh, Cursed Sword runs as disposable. We're not cursed. I am just cursed. Hey, come here. I'm a cursed player. Watch out! Radioactive man! No. I need to utilize my my bow more often. I never do, but I really should. Oh, hold on. no. There is a reason, by the way, to constantly be checking out shops. If you get a Mimic on your run, you can get a highly upgraded weapon or item. Well, highly being 2 levels of upgrades for free. So level 5 turns into a level 7, a level 9 turns into a level 11. But you do have to pay for the item. So I really don't want to just willy-nilly click on the purchase button in those shops because I don't actually want to pay for an item. Right now, I like our weapons. I think that if we swap to something else, we will probably, we're not gonna end up regretting it, but we're gonna end up replacing it later anyways, and we don't need it right now, so I don't want to spend the money on it. You know what? There we go. You know what? We finally did it. We took damage and then we healed because of our amulet. Are you happy now? We lost our streak because of the Crystal Elite. The Crystal Elite, like the crystal that wants to shoot you, is very funny to me because it's really, it's not that much damage. Like, it doesn't accomplish that much on its own. What I feel like it's really there for is to kill you if you're cursed. Yes, I would like to, you know, if I actually remembered, which I'm not going to because I don't look this far into my videos when I edit them. But this would be a very prime moment to cut in the run that I had where when I teleported, the crystal killed me before I even finished the teleport animation. That's the perfect little cut to have right there. But like, seriously, I don't really see those things doing that much. They don't really do that much. They kill you if you're cursed, and like, that's basically it. They're annoying. Dun dun. Scipio Scion Welcome says, my day off today. Now here's the question, on a random Thursday, is this normally your day off, or did you request the day off? And or did everyone in your department request the day off? Oh, it's Thursday. Oh, you know, we're gonna go swimming. Totally. Plus damage at max HP. That's actually a very good modifier to have with the healing one if you can make it happen. All right, well, our weapons are fine. Where are we? We're gonna fight death after this floor. So you know what? I think I'm gonna grab gastronomy so we can stack damage. I would very much like to A, get a better weapon for the fight, B, take rolling shield for my next mutation, and then a perk. Well, and then a better shield to go along with it for my perk. And then I would also like to have, nice, a better weapon, because we're gonna need something else for death. Dun 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 dun. Extra jump in midair. We're definitely gonna go for that. I do back-to-back doubles Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday I get off. It's a lot of work working in the restaurant industry, but also it has been like one of my more satisfying jobs that I've had in the past. So you might think that's surprising. It's meditative at times. I'd rather do that than freaking IT work. Do IT work, you gotta handle calls and answer questions and do actual, like, complicated work. Freaking Google every single problem you have trying to find an answer, and then you find a response that doesn't actually answer your question, and you gotta freaking wing it. Dun, 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 dun. By the way, I think we figured this out. Okay. I think we figured this out previously, that when you actually go down to this floor, you don't lose any scrolls. You lose the prison depths, but you actually get the scroll back from this floor. I think there's no reason not to come down here. Only if your back of house is meditative. Yeah, very true, very true. Although I wouldn't say only, but significantly, yes. Climb, please. Snarky one! Ooh, well, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Hopefully I'm not snarky. I try not to be. I don't even know if the caw popped up. I have to... I have so many, like, things that are logged out right now. I gotta fix my chat bot. I gotta like log into Streamlabs because apparently that's logged out. I gotta find it. Oh God, that hurt. That may have actually killed me, or it would have come real close. I'm gonna go get the food. I didn't see the zombie, so I got comboed very hard. We could heal with the flask. We don't quite have enough money for that. But since we took astronomy, that food is a full heal, which means that we're back on one-shot protection. We didn't lose one-shot protection, but... yeah, that was poorly handled. That's okay. I'm a sous chef. My life is a controlled ball of stress and lack of sleep, says Mr. Clark Nova. Pixely says, when I was working at a restaurant, I was definitely more calm than studying for my degree. Well, that's like a whole nother ball of stress right there. Freeze.
Freeze! It's in my head.
See, exit. It's such a strange level, because this is like a speedrunner's delight level. You could just ignore all the enemies, climb, and be done with the level in about 30 seconds. Really need to be using this freeze bow more often. I think I got him. That was very strange. I couldn't get him. Nothing up there. By the way, your malaise tears increased. All right. The cursed chest. I believe the cursed chest is going to be on the far right this time. So we need to head on over there, and we're going to leave the entire bottom row for clearing the curse. That's what I prefer to do. I think it works very well. Having a bottom row that you can just walk on means that you can attack up into the skeletons, which I think is a lot safer. How the hell do we get up there? This is a weird layout. We actually have to do the bottom row. There's a lot. Oh, you know what? No, we can go from here. We can probably roll through the wall. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say I've never seen that type of a layout before that was that restrictive, but I see it now. All right. Whoa! Okay, it's actually not that scary. I was very concerned for a minute with that damn crystal. Also, use some of your abilities. I have been neglecting those severely. Snarky One says, I found your Darkest Dungeon playthrough and enjoying it. Check out your other stuff. I want to say hi since I had the Twitch sub. Well, thank you very much. I gotta say, honestly, it's a good feeling when someone comes in and they say, hey, I'm watching something that you played a year ago. It's like, I found someone else. Someone else who enjoys it. What was it? Someone in chat earlier today just said, we should play some, or no, they said that they were playing Vagante, and that would be a fun one to go back to. And you know what? They're not wrong. And then I looked it up, and apparently I had 24 Vagante videos, which I actually thought was incorrect. I was positive I had played more of that game, but I guess I hadn't. That five-legged wheelie thing is so damn goofy. I love it. It's this disposable account. What I find interesting about the wheelie thing is that, the leggy thing, is that it does leave like a trail of black flames, but I don't think they actually do anything. Whoops! Thank you. Soon now, enough with DD2. There's going to be a lot of similar content. I mean, I mentioned it. I am excited for Darkest Dungeon 2. I almost can't wait for it. I've heard a lot of things one way or another about it. People who have been saying that it's fantastic. People who have been saying, oh, but it's not Darkest Dungeon 2. It's a completely new game. But like, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. As fun as Darkest Dungeon 1 is/has been, freaking long, man. I don't want it to be that long. I want a simpler experience. Oh my god, I hate you. It's telling that those enemies are the ones that have hit me on this run. I haven't been hit by like anything else. 2 of those rampaging zombies I have just like accidentally not killed, and then they are the things that have owned me. So this is interesting. Do you think we can go in there and kill all those enemies in like 2 seconds? Either we do, or we're gonna die in a millisecond walking through that door. Let's give it a shot. Only 5. So the birds don't count, but the zombies do. Good to know. Still, that is half of our curse gone, basically instantaneously. We'll just come down here and we'll start from the left side. This will be easy 5 kills. I'll be honest, I have been thinking about Darkest Dungeon 2 a lot lately. In fact, I've actually been thinking of, I don't want to fight the elite. I've been thinking of, what was that game that's like you play the bad guys and it's Darkest Dungeon, but technically different? Aratus, Lord of the Dead. I've even been thinking about that game, thinking, well, if I'm dying for Darkest Dungeon, I could just play more of that, I suppose. 2 kills. There you go. Overlord the anime. Roll. They do just love yeeting themselves into the distance too. Reveal secret walls, I love it. Black Reliquary says Bard of Bobrich. No, I'm not interested in that, actually. Oh, but Abe, you were just saying... Yeah, I know what I was just saying. I said I wanted I said I wanted more Darkest Dungeon content, but I also am saying how much I want Darkest Dungeon 2 because it's a different take on the experience. Look, I don't know what I want. What I do not want is a Oh, instead of a 100-hour campaign, it's 200 hours. You keep spinning when you get hit, huh? Get out of here. I don't want another 8 million hour campaign. You know, I can't do it. I can't. I would approve of another Aratus playthrough. It was funny when you had D4 disposable by the end. Aratus was all right. It's a unique take having, you know, a limited time for your playthrough, but that's basically what Darkest Dungeon 2 is going to be doing. You know, you only, in Aratus, you had a limited number of fights over the whole run, and you had to finish the game by that point. There's no grinding. There's a root grenade, which makes me think. You think it's likely that we could get a baseball bat? I am very tempted in this flawless, not a mimic.
If we take an armadillo pack,
we can break a lot of the projectiles. Flawless does a decent amount of damage, double the damage of the scythe. We can get rid of the ice bow temporarily. Darkest Dungeon 2 runs are still FTL multiverse long though. I'm a-okay with that. That's kind of exactly what I want. Rolling the same party might get a little bit frustrating after a while, but who knows? It might be perfect. Plus 20% damage. I mean, it's either this or nothing, right? I'm greatly enjoying the appearance of random mimics as loot or die. Sometimes they do screw with me, but like, here's the thing. I wish that the mimic spawned after you accepted the purchase. Like, when I buy the flawless, not when I click RB on the item. When I'm actually spending the money, that's when I want it to spawn the mimic. They probably don't do that because this UI is tied to replacing your current equipment, and then they would have to override this. So it's probably easier just to make it so that when you hit RB on the item, it just spawns the mimic, but... it's more of a surprise, I suppose. Let's buy the flawless, and then reroll. Okay, we could upgrade our death scythe. Or we could just roll flawless. I mean, it's just double damage. We don't get the cool ghosts, but... And then of course he got me tempted for the crossbow, but let's keep it melee. Okay, another crossbow. Get rid of the ice bow. It's very good damage. Should help us kill death a little faster. We've got 2 food items on the floor. I think we're okay with this. And then of course the heavy crossbow, which I just don't understand how to actually make it work. Root grenade. It's probably better than the cluster grenade for this fight. Scavenge bombard, if it hits, I'm happy. If it shoots once over the fight, I'm happy. So we'll take this. We'll go recycle the food, and then we're out. They already nerfed the mimic mechanic by making them never show up inside of BC doors. I wonder if the reason they did that is because actually, when the mimics are inside of the BC doors, if you don't have the necessary boss cells unlocked, you'll just never see the mimics, you know? By making it not appear in boss cell doors, it's guaranteed to show up at least once throughout your entire run in a shop, maybe? I don't know. I suppose they could have also programmed it so that the mimic can't be behind a BC door if you don't have the necessary boss cells unlocked for the door, but what do I know? All this red has the major benefits of hiding all the bloodstains. Yeah, it's not tied to difficulty in any way, but I suppose they could have programmed it such that it could just never spawn behind a door you couldn't access. Maybe they just took one. You know, maybe they did it. Hold on. Maybe they did it because lore-wise, why would the mimic have the boss cells necessary to get through the door if the door is locked, you know? It makes no sense. Of course the mimic's not going to be able to escape out of the bank and go through the boss cell doors. They're locked. It makes total sense when you think about it. I wouldn't mind it to be part of a possible 6 BC either. Oh god, how would they make 6 BC worse? Malaise increases twice as fast. No! Please, no! No! I hate you. You're not my real dad. Alright, Death. It's been a while. It's been a while, but you're still annoying. Oh my god. Getting hit already is just kind of embarrassing. Oh my god, just heal me. No, like, I am actually embarrassed. Oh my god. I'd like to say, it's the flawless man. No, it's me. Go ahead. Throw it. Why aren't you throwing your, that's bad. Just kill him. Why didn't he throw his scythe at all? That was strange. Did I haven't fought Death in a long time. I gotta remember his patterns and his tells and whatnot, but that was an embarrassing fight. That's fine, it happens. That's why we gotta, you know, practice him when he enters boss rush / the training grounds, and then we can fight him over and over and over again until we flawless him perfectly every time. Hi, Edgy, welcome. Fighting Death, are we? Yeah, I almost died. What is malaise? Malaise is the bar above my health at the bottom of the screen. As it increases, the game gets harder. Tomahawk! Thank you very much for the resub. Did you not resub like a week ago? Why are you resubbing again? But thank you for what I assume is an automatic renewal there. And if not, then hi, welcome. We should play some Rocket League one of these days again. Yeah, it's basically the plague. All right, legendary equipment. I like this level. Not only because I like the level, but I like the legendary gear. Hold on, I messed up my weapons. Well, that worked. Gotta go find that, that cursed chest and then clear a path. Whoops. Whoops. I will, I probably should have recycled the food, but we're not fighting a boss next. So in theory, that's a completely, like, unnecessary thing to save. It's also a very easy path back, so we should be able to do this jump. This path by, with no problems. A magic bow. Shots explode into a toxic cloud. You know, it's actually very interesting. You know, let's get rid of the flawless. Now we have something that we can spam at range. It kind of blows, but you know what? Why not? I only bought the flawless for the boss anyways, and then I completely, you know, died. I don't know if these actually go for the birds. It's like they may, in fact, go for the birds. Just go nice and slow. Thank you. Go ahead. I mean, I knew that was coming. Don't worry. You were worried. I could tell. Something's burning over there, which does make me a little scared. Okay, grab this. Maybe this is the run where we start to learn about the magic bow. I mean, the damage is actually pretty good. He's dead. What I would love is some sort of a built-in synergy with the magic bow. I don't know what we would be looking for, but, you know, plus shots leave a poison cloud followed by plus damage against the poison target. But if we try to re-roll it, we're going to remove the buff anyways. I love Big Stone Man as a ghost. What the heck does Death Orb do? Doubles the speed, makes the victims bleed, increases your movement speed after a crit, damage increases when you strike repeatedly. That doesn't sound that bad for, like, bosses, 8 to 12,000 DPS, but I'm looking at this Death Orb, like, here's the thing, you don't want it going fast, do you? You want it being very slow so that it stays in an enemy. This seems like, well, I mean, it just seems bad. If the Death Orb moves twice as fast, it does half the damage. So I don't understand the legendary fix on this. Food or Die says the Death Orb activates its damage twice as quickly. Makes the victims bleed, plus damage on bleeding target, and your enemies bleed. I'm leaning towards the Balanced Blade, but I really like the Death Scythe. The thing is, the Balanced Blade doesn't really do that much more damage than the Death Scythe. At non-crits, it's the same damage. At crits, it's plus 50%. Movement speed after a crit is nice, but... Wait a minute, this makes no sense. Damage increases up to 90%, but it goes from 8,000 to 12,000 DPS, which is a buff of 50%. How does this mathematically make sense? That does not seem like the DPS is calculated correctly. I mean, like, these suck. I suppose we'll probably go Death Orb. Yep. Moves very fast, doesn't it? Now, how is that a good thing? I don't know. But I'm always surprised by the damage output of the magic bow, and I think it's because since it's such a slow weapon, it actually does a lot of damage per shot. Excuse me. Whoa! Glad I canceled my my bow since I realized almost too late what you actually were. Random skills. I don't think I would replace anything that I have right now. Is that a root grenade? Bird, get out of here. Victims root nearby enemies for 2 seconds. You know what? Sure. Ow! I forgot about. I didn't think about that actually. It's not that I forgot. Well, I guess we'll probably swap these out. I don't know. Bubonic lettuce, welcome. How are you doing today? I kind of want to look up this Death Orb and see if it actually does proc the damage twice as quickly, because if that's what it does, then it doesn't actually cost you any damage. It's a very good shield. Very good shield. I wonder if this shield gives you money. It did! It gives you money when you do the parry from your backpack, too. That's incredible.
Hello, Quark. Happy Thursday.
We have enough scrolls now that we're actually, like... Ow. We're doing enough damage with this scythe that we're actually killing enemies at a decent enough pace. Whoops. I thought that was a hole I could roll through. That is not the case. I'm taking a lot of stupid damage. Don't worry about it. I can almost get out of the world! Ugh! Oh. I almost escaped this nightmare island. Get him. Get him! Alright, you know what? Fine, I can't seem to jump up to you. This is an extremely, like, inefficient path to go back into the level. I don't know why I'm doing it like this, but I had already done it. The decision had already been made by my brain that that's how we were doing it. Whoops. I do love when the... Ooh, that's gonna hurt. I do love when the ghosts target the birds. I'm not gonna use that. Really like revealing secret walls. I'm all about the the legendaries lately. I want cool legendaries, and I want to see how they synergize. And you know, if I take a legendary, it's taking items that I don't normally take. It's a good excuse for me. That's what I want. Death Orb can't even hit anything. It's too slow. I do love the cheesiness of this magic bow. Anything that gives me homing shots, you know? Always got to check. If it's the one with the money, you're happy. Oh God. I love the flailing on the ghost as well as it's coming in. Like, I'm gonna get you. Oh, it's too good. It's too good. Hey, get out of here. All right, let's get our HP up. Ooh, let's actually grab a heal as well. I have no idea what I'm gonna do on this run, by the way. I haven't even thought that far ahead. Basically, I'm thinking, we'll figure it out later. I do feel like it's been a while since we've been to the caverns, though, so I'm leaning towards a caverns run. The route's not gonna do that much, but maybe we can get some other synergies here. So we're currently here in the Fractured Shrines. Oh, we can't go to the caverns. Fantastic. We can at least go fight the Guardian if we go Sepulcher. The Death Orb, Magic Bow, Death Scythe. We could probably grab another weapon before there. Yeah, sure. Let's go for it. Yeah. Didn't get to 60. Took way too much damage, but that's okay. It was from like minor hits. Man, I really do not want to re-roll the bow. Ooh, actually, is there a bank? Maybe this is a good bank opportunity. Because we would get access to level 12 gear. Yeah, you know, I actually like it. Yeah, let's go to the bank. You get 4 scroll amulets too. Ah, yeah, very good point. Always forget about those because they are level 12 gear. Loot or Die says, I'm interested to see how the Death Orb works on the Giant's Eye. I mean, it should work pretty well because the Death Orb, when it hits an enemy, it does slow down, so it should do a decent amount of damage. I have a impulse in my brain to grab all of the money from the cash machine when I walk in. That is not what we should do at all. That would be a stupid maneuver. Maneuver. We go to the basement first, but I'm not gonna do that. Well, that wasn't that useful. Legendary quick bow. Critical hits 50% bonus. I mean, this is extremely great. But I'm gonna leave it for now, but I'm probably gonna take it when I leave. And the reason why I want to leave it for now is that I really like the idea of the magic bow with the homing, at least for now. kill 10 enemies. A lot of enemies spawning in, it feels like. Really don't want to fight you either. Kind of not a fan of how this is looking so far. Okay, I think we got both of them. You're trying to kill me, which is very rude of you. You're an invisible enemy, which is very rude of you, but that's okay. Once we get the root grenade, you're all dead. 3, 2, 1. That'll do it. All right. Hey. Gotta remember, I have the ability to roll their bombs back at them, which is extremely helpful. All right, we gotta make up a little bit of time that we spent on that curse. Ow, ow! That's why you never want to fight elites! I saw a couple of secret floor runes, so we're gonna go check it out in case I missed something. You went into my arrows. I would not say that's a very smart plan on your part, my friend. Interesting. Always thought that normally there would be a gold gorger when there were those gold grenades, which at some point I should just let them explode on their own. Get a nice sizable little let's go this way. Gold bonus by letting them explode, but I'm always just very panicky when they're around, because if they explode, then they could cause some problems. Get out of here. Dun, 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 dun. What's up there? Nothing's up there. All right, get me out of here. Next. Let's do the basement. There's always some gold gorgers down here. We want to get to the food shop so we can get malaise reduction, probably. Gotta try to find a freaking mimic at some point. Ow. Is that another elite? No, it's fire. Well, I feel like every time you come to this floor, you're gonna find a double aggravated pickpocket elite somewhere on the bottom level. I feel like it's guaranteed. Milk Jug, thank you for another resubscription. 56 months, new high score. How are you doing, Milk Jug? I've been meaning to ask you something, by the way. I've been thinking about you. When I play Darkest Dungeon 2, do you still want to be a Vestal? I need to go through my old campaign and figure out who everyone was, but I know that Fredacula's gonna be my grave robber. If there's a leper, that's gonna be EDU. Yeah, that's fine. But I remember that you were also a Vestal, I believe. Peter crossbow, it's a lot of damage. Hello, food shop. How we cleansed so much malaise reduction by killing elites in that hallway. That's so good. Bubonic Lettuce says, I want to be a flagellant. Who was my flagellant from Darkest Dungeon 1? I don't remember. How have you been lately, Milk Jug? The Vestal in DD2 has the best RBF. What the heck is RBF? Ah, resting you-know-what face. Got it. I haven't seen it because I haven't seen anything. The leap is insane! I haven't seen any, well, I'm not gonna say I haven't seen any Darkest Dungeon 2 content. I haven't seen much. I've been trying to go in with as much of a blind eye as possible. I'm assuming that there's gonna be a Vestal. I think there's like 10 classes in Darkest Dungeon 2. I don't know. Hey. Oh my god. Oh, give me my amulet. I'm just waiting for a better amulet to show up. I didn't recycle the one amulet downstairs that had 2 survival, because I really like the amulet right now that shows secrets. As long as I pay attention to it, maybe we can actually grab, you know, some free runes or something. But when we leave the floor, I'll probably upgrade. Oh my god, you didn't die. You didn't get hit at all for some reason. That was incredibly strange. It's like when he teleported to me, or was flying to me, he was not in a hittable range. It was very strange. We're gonna go over here. At least we got to 60. That's the only thing that matters. Ding, ding, ding. I wish that the door rang every time you hit the button. There we go. I made a note of it. I'll put that in as an official request. Long-time Dead Cells player here. I wish when you rang the bell, it would keep dinging at you. Then I could spam it. Scipio Scion, thank you very much for the resub. Did you mean to get the bow when you leave the bank or when you leave this section? I want to get the bow when I leave the bank, because I really want the homing for this floor. Well, this was unintended. Yep. We're probably gonna heal. Ow. Dude, this is, all of a sudden, I have not been playing very well. What do you mean all of a sudden? Shut up. Fight. Ooh. It's okay, we'll buy a heal from the shop, and with a little bit of luck, we'll get a bonus heal, because it'll be a mimic. Although, maybe we want to buy items, in which case we're not going to spend the money on a heal. We'll figure it out. Oh, Jesus! I forgot about that was the trap. Dude, I'm not performing that adequately. Okay, we're over one-shot protection levels. It's the only thing that matters walking in here. Don't you only get hit for 15% of your health on a trap, or maybe it doesn't count these traps? Man, I have been playing very poorly over the past 1 minute. Favorite class in Darkest Dungeon 2 was Antiquarian, says Scipio Scion. They were kind of interesting. Mostly you just took them for gold. Gotta say, I was a big fan of the Grave Robber near the end there. Constant crits. Okay, that's a good amount of gold. Spite Sword. Good damage, not what we want. Let's start by going and... Well, I mean, let's go to the shops. We can buy a healing flask and 1 item. It's not a lot, but if it's a level 12 piece of equipment, we'll be pretty happy to have it. Boy's Axe 12. Roots. It doesn't really work on the eye. At least I don't think it does. Iron Staff 100,000 DPS. Are you kidding me? Stop giving me Alucard's sword. Could get a Death Scythe. We can afford a heal if we buy an upgraded Death Scythe. You know, I got a few things to do on this floor, unfortunately. We gotta go grab the bow. We gotta kill the last remaining enemies. Try to get as much cash as we can. We gotta go get that scroll fragment as well, and then there's food. I'm gonna clean up what I left behind. Grab the scroll fragment, check out the legendary gear here. Which I think we do want. I think the crits are actually extremely high damage. Goodbye, Magic Bow. This might be a situation where we actually want ammo mutation. We probably don't have to take it for the boss fight, but actually we probably do. Now that I think about it, like we really do need to put as many arrows inside of enemies as possible. Let's go grab the amulets and we'll recycle them, and then we'll know how much money we have. So this is better, so we'll take it. There's 1 gold bat. Gives us quite a lot of money. I should practice letting them explode and getting the cash out of them, but it's so risky that I never want to do it. The amulet that we currently have is a little better, because this one is just grenade on dodge roll, which is not amazing. It helps. It's not exactly what we need. And then why don't we check out the weapon shop? No, the skill shop again? I guess it's a random shop. It's a weapon shop. Let's re-roll this one. I'm just looking, you know, I'm just window shopping. Not really that interested in those. So I guess we will buy a replacement scythe, because the quick bow is good enough and slightly better damage on this is acceptable. It's not a mimic. Let's see what we missed. What we missed out on. Basically nothing. Missed out on a shield. Who cares? And then we're gonna go buy a health flask. And if we get 2 health flasks, because it's a mimic, then we'll drink 1 immediately. Okay, it's not a mimic. That's fine. I wish I could also buy a heal, but I'm a little short on cash at the moment, and we have killed... we've killed literally every enemy, so we're not getting any more money. That's what happens when you have to buy healing on a floor. Which means that it... Actually, is there a mimic on this floor? Or is the mimic... Oh, you know, that's in the alpha, isn't it? Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, because maybe because the Mimic can spawn anywhere, it's not a guarantee on this floor, but no, I think it's literally just the Mimic spawning randomly in your world is a alpha Dead Cells thing. We're not in the alpha. But there was a little bit of money. There's a small chance we'll get enough money when we recycle this food, but we're not getting $700. Technically, I could recycle my shield and probably get enough cash. You know, it's actually not a bad idea, because we'll probably get a shield in the interstitial room. You know what? Why don't we see if we can pick up the shield, which will activate a Mimic, if it is this floor. No. So it's not there. I was thinking maybe we could cheat the system and get it for free. But if we recycle the shield, we won't have a dodge roll shield for the boss fight, but we'll be able to get to full health, which doesn't sound that bad, does it? So why don't we, yeah. Let me sell it. 850? You know what? Let's do it. Fair. All right. We don't need the dodge roll shield on the boss fight. The smoke alarm is going off in my house. So I will walk through the door and then walk downstairs and make sure my house isn't on fire. I'll be right back. All right, the house is not on fire. That's usually a good start. All right. Let's go to our door here and see what we got. Well, I was wrong about an extra shield, but that's okay. We don't really need one for the boss fight, as long as we are very careful and we do a lot of damage, which makes me really want to actually re-roll the bow, but I think we're better off re-rolling in the mutations and getting rid of the acrobatic armadillo pack. I want ammo, because the bow actually does do quite a lot of damage. Yeah. So I'm gonna reset. We're gonna take disengagement. We still want gastronomy for whoever we fight next, then we'll take ammo. And don't forget, you can just hold, I don't think there's any weapon in the game that does this, but you can just hold down the fire button. Not only does it fire as quickly as it can, you also don't get that from, like, the sound effect from pulling back the bow. Makes it way easier to actually utilize. Let's see if I can remember to do that on this, Although, you know what? There is a reason to tap shoot it. If you tap shoot it in the air, you get more flight time. Also, I've completely lost, oh my god. I didn't pause the game when I left. I lost all of my gastronomy damage. Oh, good. Dude, that damage. That's some seriously okay damage. Really wish that I fired the death orb into the eye. I've been very much not doing that. You know what? There you go. Death orb into the eye. Man, who would have thought that just having a very high damage bow and holding down the fire button would be so effective? For bosses, this seems very great. So that should be a flawless. We'll get a new weapon. Where are we going? Guardian Haven. We can go anywhere but the castle because we've already done the castle. I mean, it's really Astrolab or Servants and Queen. I have to admit, I've been having a lot of fun lately with the Servants and the Queen. I think as a result, let's go Astrolab and mix it up a little bit. Your malaise is now high too. Oh my god, you're right. No. In the interstitial, I can AFK as long as I want. The malaise will not increase. The time limit on our gastronomy did go down, but our malaise did not go up. It's still dumb of me. Like, absolutely should not have done that. Roots victims. Or victims root nearby enemies. I mean, it doesn't seem that good. Would we rather have a death scythe or a seismic strike? The thing is that rooting enemies is gonna be, it's not gonna happen. We're not gonna root bosses. At this stage of the game, they have so much root resistance. Although the servants and the queen don't really have that much root resistance, but the Hand of the King has insanely high root resistance, as does the true final boss. So Death Scythe is still probably a little bit better than Seismic Strike. We're just not going to be fighting that many crowds at this point, you know? So yeah, like I think I'm just going to sell it. Well, actually, why don't we hold on to it? Someone in chat might be able to give me a reason to use it. Solid Porky Pack situation. I guess, yeah, melee attack will root enemies, but if the enemy dies to the attack from the backpack, the Seismic Strike, then I won't get the ghost. So it'll negate the whole reason of using the Death Scythe to begin with. So I just don't see the point. Yeah. So let's go to the castle. Let's do it. There's definitely synergies to be had with the seismic strike. Oh, that's so cool. Wow! God damn you. Why did I go back in there for seconds? That was just me being dumb, and also I wish I had a shield for that one. There's probably synergies for it, like, you know, baseball bat. You have 6 strength, they're not gonna die to Porky Pack. I guess if they do, like, the worst that happens is that they root their enemies nearby. Death Scythe would do more damage on a rooted target, but we'd have to attack twice, I think? I don't know. Is the Seismic Strike Shockwave technically a melee attack? Look, there's so many questions, and also I just... Hey, you know what? Screw you. I just think that there's not enough of a reason for it. I do kind of just like holding down the fire button, but the quick bow does not do a lot of damage. So really, I think what I should be doing is using a lot more skills. You know, don't just rely on the quick bow, maybe toss in a grenade as well. Toss in a grenade or one of these. No! Quick bow. Quite good for extremely tanky single targets. Everything else is just a nightmare to deal with. Oh, why did I? Also, why are my arrows coming back super quickly? Root grenade and arrows stuck in enemies come back. But I feel like enemies are not getting stuck for very long. I don't know. We'll hopefully figure it out. Hey, got him. We're gonna eat that food. We're not gonna recycle that one. You know what? Maybe I just say screw the bow. Use the freaking scythe claw. It's not a scythe claw. It's a different type of scythe, but. You know what? Get out of here. Yeah, I don't think I'm very happy with my decision to take this as a weapon. That's okay. You know what? Eat it. Oh, I can't climb. You know what? You're getting hit. King Scepter. It's the second time I've had this weapon, and I don't know how to use it. Let's see. Nah. You're invincible as long as you're spinning. Hey, come here. Oh my god, no. It's just... You've... No. I don't know how to use it. I'm gonna be honest. I need at least one weapon in my repertoire here that is like a fallback. Like, hey, at least I know how to use this one. I'm gonna have to buy a shield too, so I don't get comboed by those guys. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, why so low on legends? I have 4 legendaries. I have way too many. Zyomkin, welcome, how you doing? Hey, come here. Malaise cleared. That happened very fast. Just give me the teleporter. What's the easiest weapon? Says Bane Nightmare. That's a good question in Dead Cells. I suppose the easiest weapon is whatever you like. You know, there's a lot of personal preference in Dead Cells. What's easy and good for one person, maybe you don't like. As far as easy weapons, you know, maybe explosive crossbow? Because you get both a good melee and a good ranged attack in one weapon. And then you only have to spend money upgrading one weapon. And it's very good. So yeah, maybe that's the easiest, quote unquote. Very little to like think about as well. You just, if they're close, you melee, and if they're far away, you range. You were rooted, you dummy. Yumkin says, I was really hoping you would stream yesterday. Nah. I had work to do yesterday. I did go back to your Downfall playlist. It was a lot of fun. My only 33rd time watching it. I swear I have more of those going up on YouTube soon. They're rendered. Actually, no, they're rendering. I had 30 videos scheduled for rendering, and they're getting there slowly. Dun, 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 dun. Hello. Got him. Bane says, I've only managed to beat DC5 with special settings, double boomerang. Double boomerang's pretty good, yeah. Honestly, even just beating 5BC is impressive for most people won't get there. We are done. Actually, no, we're not done. We only have one key. That's what I'm forgetting to do. Double ring sounds sick. Well, the legendary boomerang is 2 boomerangs. You get to fire it twice. So it's just like you had 2 boomerang equipped. If you could get double boomerang, I guess you could get quad boomerang. Do a lunge, you're invincible doing that for some reason. Wow! Didn't expect that. Hold on. Okay. Like it to not use a heal. There's a full heal waiting for us. It's not a full heal, it's an 83% heal. It's just waiting for us to go pick it up. Wipe these guys. The elite here should be rather easy to take out. I'm just gonna wait for my root grenade and then we can leave. No reason not to delay. Okay. I'm out. Well, I'm not out because like we have to get the other key, of course, to get a free scroll, but I'm gonna go out and get the food because there's a nearly full health. We're at 16%, it's 83%. We're gonna be almost at full health, but not quite there. 98. And then we need to do Red Room. Bane Nightmare says, I have not played a game as hard as Dead Cells, not even FromSoft. It's, it is very difficult. Maybe that's part of the reason why I like it. Get obliterated, my son. It's fun. Fun and difficult. Hey, get him. Key to the cast. Hey, come here. You went into the death orb, you dummy! Hold on. Get around this trap. Very annoying place for it here. Right, Curse of the Dead Gods, it's really fun. I still have not played Curse of the Dead Gods. Didn't they come out? The same developer is developing Raven's Watch, I think. I still haven't checked that out. I got a code for it. I just need to actually, look at it. There's a syringe! Dude, I'm not gonna take it, because it's a crutch. But it's really freaking good. Ludwig says, Death Scythe is so good, it's honestly become a bit of a crutch for me. My last 2 wins came from it. Nah, the syringe. Spin to win, that's a crutch. So good. We're not gonna take it. We got enough equipment. Enough good, interesting, fun, unique equipment. We have all of our healing flasks. We're at basically full health. We got our damage bonus for the floor. There's no more food on the floor. We've been through all of the doors. We're leaving. Curse of the Dead Gods combat feels very weighty. Attacks feel very impactful. Disposable says, I think the thing that makes Dead Cells difficult is the pace of the fights is so fast it's unforgiving. You do get surrounded frequently, especially when you hit BC 3, 4, whichever one introduces the teleportation of the enemies. It does get hard. It does get very hard. Spreads oil. Burning oil, spreads oil. Victims burn when they die. We're almost to a fire synergy, but we're not quite there. Do we want to re-roll the quick bow? It doesn't do anything for us right now, but I'm trying to think what we would get. Like, what are we looking for? More damage against root isn't really gonna apply. I need something that creates fire. If we had something that creates fire, we've got a nice burning oil damage synergy here, but we would like to have that burning oil synergy for the quick bow, which means something else would have to create fire, which is just not gonna happen. Maybe we can roll this into just flat more damage. Poisoned and burning oil. I don't like the biters, but the biters are not gonna ruin it for us. So victims burn when they die. If we use the death orb to kill the minions that spawn from the boss, or we do a downwards attack, we can create fire. So that's enough to create fire, which can create oil, which can give us burning damage synergy, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, it's minor, but it's something, I suppose. Tord says, oh man, I love Curse of the Dead Gods. I've not played it. People have said it's good, I know. Yumkin says, weapon that I've seen in Dead Cells, pistol and machete, by far overpowered due to its easy staggered. I'm not a fan of the machete pistol. I'm a fan of the pistol part of it. Absolutely. Oh, in Curse of the Dead Gods. I kind of like the idea of it in Curse of the Dead Gods because it sounds like it's more of a synergy thing. Like having to figure out when to attack. Look, it hasn't been the fastest fight. He's also not oiling. Oh, no! I can't look at that right now. Why is my dude not oiled up? He's dead. That could have been better. It was very nice, but he didn't get oiled up at all. I used the death orb. I used the root grenade. He just didn't get oiled up. Maybe he's immune to oil? Seems interesting. Paper Score, thank you very much for the resub. Good luck with the run. You had to do that in the middle of a boss fight. Why is my dude not oiled up, Lamau? My dude was not oiled up. I don't know why. All right, your quote ad can now work. Abe listens to chat. We want the not oily dude quote. Legendary Quickbow Epic says OG Kushmir. I gotta be honest, I've been using quickbows more often, especially when they show up legendary. Their damage is adequate, but I don't know, for some reason, I'm not the largest fan of the quick bows. Sorry, I had to alt tab real quick. I'm not the largest fan of the quick bows. They just don't do enough damage fast enough because the first 3 shots are non-crits. It really does feel like you want this with barbed tips because you can just fire so many of these arrows into enemies. But what do I know? Let's go, Astrolab. We have enough money to buy heal if we need it. We have gastronomy, we have ammo. Let's go. Hokuto's bow? Hokuto's bow is an interesting one because Hokuto's bow on its own can kill enemies. Like if you have a Hokuto's bow and it's high level enough that you can get good modifiers on it and you reroll it for like burning damage synergies or something like that, like it burns enemies or it is poisoned, like on its own it can kill enemies. Like you just shoot them and then you run away and then they're gonna die. So Hokuto's bow is an interesting one. Like you don't need another weapon to make Hokuto's bow work. You just shoot Hokuto's bow and then it activates its own damage synergies, it feels like. In a lot of situations anyways. I do love a good Hokuto's bow. If ever I find one of those and it's colorless on a run, I'm like, yes! I wish that they showed up more often, honestly. You dick. Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna happen, but I'm okay with that. Get out of here, you dick. Freaking shielders! Thank you. I do have to acknowledge that the Death Scythe ghosts are really good at keeping you safe from those books. Get out of here. Like, they're just extremely great. Is there an enemy over there? Oh, I thought I heard you activate your damn jetpack. His jetpack looks like it came straight out of the distillery, which I think is very amusing. I imagine him flying around with a keg. Flying around drunk. Yo, you guys should check out this new jetpack technology they got. Hey. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. This is not where we should be. You know what? Fair. Just kind of missed my jump. I'm also lost. Where the hell are we going? Oh, you know what? This is the edge of the level. The tower's on the left. It's weird because, like, I would say 4 out of 5 times the tower's on the right side. Every once in a while, though, you get the tower on the left, and it throws my sense of navigation out the window. Hold on, there was an enemy over here, wasn't there? Yeah, maybe not. Connie says, happy belated 420. Oh, is that what it is today? Is that a legendary death orb I see? So Connie, maybe you can tell me what this thing does. Doubles the speed of the projectile. Doesn't that make it worse? Or does the projectile do damage twice as quickly? You know, I'll tab. Death Orb, Dead Cells, Wiki, GG. Death Orb. The legendary affix double speed also doubles the tick rate of the orb. Okay, so it doesn't reduce the damage, it just literally makes it faster, which is boring, but also at least, you know, unique. It's something. Oh my god. Thank you. Woo! I did not roll through you when I thought I would. That's dangerous. That's dangerous! Hello, my friend. Like, high HP single targets are pretty good with the Death Orb, but anything that dies in like 5 arrows, you know, you could just kill it with 1 arrow if you had a better weapon. Whee! Down. Going down. Ow. Let's. I can't hit you when you're above me, so you're kind of annoying like that. I'm going to go back and go grab some HP because the food shop is literally right here. Don't be a mimic. Okay. I hope it's in the alpha. And not in my version of the game. Also, like, buying food is gonna be very scary in that version of the game. Like, you're low on health, you don't want to use a healing flask, you go to the shop to buy food. You don't know it, but it's a mimic, you buy the food and then you get, like, whipped to death. And you're like, oh, come on, game. It's a mimic. You should have been more careful. Oh, good. You know what? Da, da, da. Connie says, these book dudes seem annoying. Yep, I would argue they're annoying. I would argue they're baloney. Oh. Oh, you know what? I've just remembered something. The other reason why I don't like the quick bow, and it's probably the big reason, is it doesn't have a stagger. When you hit enemies with the quick bow, they don't slow down on hit. Or if it does have a stagger, well, it probably does have a stagger, but it's a really low stagger, which is not ideal. Not food. There's 2 invisible enemies over here. There's one. I don't know where the other one went. He was here somewhere. Okay, thank you. Even getting hit once there sucked, but, you know, it's just par for the course. is food, but we're gonna recycle that food. It's not worth it to just eat it. Oh, dicks. We should go to the right, not the left. Can't see. Maybe we can take these bodies up with us. Nah, they're disappearing. Well, not quite yet. Oh my god, he didn't turn around. Well, we still don't need to heal. I'd much rather get the damage. We'll probably actually just use a flask. Actually, we can just buy a healing flask. We got the cash. There's one food, one scroll, one enemy. We didn't find the other food item. So many just like little alcoves that it could possibly be in. We'll get food. We'll check out the skills, but I suppose I'm not really going to be replacing anything that we have because everything that we have is okay. Dun, 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 dun. Do I get fire when I double jump? Yes. So we can get burning. Sure, legendary run it is. Oh, we don't even have the opportunity to buy shield. That sucks a little bit. That's not that bad. There's shield up there? No, rapier. All right. What the? Thank you. Heal up. Flask up. Walk into the fight at basically full health. We have one gastronomy heal. That's fine. Let's go back and get it. Did I open the door? I did not open this door. Going from the top then. What am I? All right. Had to think about it for a second. It's a sizable damage. Oh god, it's a sizable damage bonus. Like the amulet I have. Should be an exit here. And oh, there's no teleporter though. We gotta go down another level. It's fine. Now we can get out of here. I wish there was a teleporter up by the exit. Keep thinking there's a floor room there, but there isn't. Connie says, I just finished a pizza. It was extra good. The other day, just for the hell of it, I got Domino's, me and Chris, and God, that pizza is terrible. Like, the crust is spongy. It's absolutely atrocious. I've tried it so you don't have to. Don't get Domino's. Get pizza from somewhere better, please. It's just atrociously bad. How are they still in business? Spongy crust sounds vile. Like, I ate it cold. I like cold pizza. And it is awful cold. Feels like you're biting into like a raw bagel. It's like, it is not a great experience. Okay, I hope we can get burning oil on this guy. Don't forget, this applies oil. We're gonna reset mutations. We might as well. We don't need gastronomy. We can take something else. So let's go disengagement, ammo. You know what? More HP sounds lovely. 40% bonus. We're at 32,000 HP. We could re-roll something, but honestly, there's nothing really to re-roll. We have a couple of things that create fire, and then lots of things that have burning oil. If we can get the fire to apply, it's good damage. Shrodan Zamakami Dokanmuyo. Welcome and hello, how you doing? I apologize, but that's a hard name to pronounce. Alright. We got heals, we got dodges, no shields. I gotta remember, when he does the pokes, I need to jump a little later than I think, and maybe even stay farther away from him, because whenever he pokes, I always land in his damn syringe and it hurts me. Basically that, but not quite. Get some fire on the ground. Yeah, it's like this guy can't be oiled. Or rather, he can be oiled, but he never gets the fire effect on him, it seems. Oh, we got him! It's like we have to light him on fire directly. Suppose that's one way of doing it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, disengagement. What? God. Dude, I hate the poke. Oh my God. Heal up. This guy sucks. My God. I mean, yeah, he hurts, but like, he hits you with the syringe. You jump. He hits you with it again because getting hit interrupted you. You got stun locked for a second, so you messed up the timing for you jump. You land in the syringe, he hits you, and then he hits you into the freaking spike wall. So you get hit like 3 times very quickly with super high damaging attacks. I hate his damn syringe poke. Everything else in the fight is not that bad, but the hitbox for the poke, and the fact that when he starts it up, there's a huge delay. God, I hate that attack so much. I can never dodge it appropriately. Even back when I played Dead Cells previously, I could never dodge it effectively. Whatever, we won. Pretty much only because of the plus 40% HP bonus, though. If I didn't take that, I think I would be dead. I gotta practice that guy. We can practice him in the boss mode, right? In the practice mode. Should do that one of these days. Good run though, fun run, quick bow. I gotta figure out how to effectively use that quick bow, because with the I broke the door. We can't reroll anymore. I feel like the damage from it is not that great, but I suppose when you have high bonuses with it, like plus poison damage, plus damage on a poison target, I mean, plus damage on a burning oil target, the damage does start to matter and stack up. And against bosses, it's not that bad because the bosses are gonna have arrows stuck to them constantly. But I always seem to find that weapon underwhelming. Maybe there's something else about it that I'm not internalizing right now. I'm not thinking of, but ugh. Oh well. It's still a fun run, and I understand now that the Death Orb affix is not actually that terrible. The fact that you have a faster projectile that hits faster it does mean you do more damage faster, which is nice. And it can hit enemies at range a little bit more easily, but otherwise it's not a fantastic... It's not like, it doesn't increase the damage dealt by the Death Orb, it just makes it do the damage faster. Which I guess matters. It's kind of the inverse of the criticism I have of the quick bow, that it doesn't do its damage that quickly to start with. So why am I complaining about it? I don't know. It's because it doesn't completely wipe the enemies and violate their bodies at the same time. I want something truly destructive. Fun run though. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch or when I go live, support the channel, any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Dead Cells.